It could become sort of like, what am I listening to? And what if there are no seagulls that day? You know? And what if the waves are low? You know, and you just hear, how would you add to it? It's almost like you'd have to go into the water and hold your mic real high so you don't get your equipment wet, and actually get the splashing sound, the sound of joy, because beaches are usually joyful. So you're not just going for an environment, you're going for the mood of that environment. I find it's always nice to have human voices in sound. You know, even if it's background, like somebody's laughing, like children are always really, really fun. I do think sporting events, but you have to be careful that you know you've seen the bat hit that ball, but unless you're really close, you might not get the smack. You know, so you have to be able to judge, like, where do I need to be to get the best sound? Where do I need to be? And then you have to decide whether this story is a story that can be carried with sound. Like a lot of times, like, I was working at WAMU in the radio station, and the reporters were tasked with going out every day and just collecting this audio. And I got to tell you, a lot of times it was really dull. It was really dull. One, they were moving like the wind. And two, they really weren't listening for what was happening on the scene. They were more interested in who they were interviewing as opposed to where they were interviewing somebody. But if you're going to interview somebody at a department store, you have to spend at least a second and a half establishing you're in the department store. The sound of an escalator, the sound of a cash register, the sound of somebody going, oh, I love those shoes. Something. You have to create you're creating a scene. Actually, all with sounds. Nobody will see anything, and they've got to know where they are, otherwise they're not going to